You know what's fun? Having an immune system that doesn't flake on you like your gym buddy Chad. You know what's not fun? Catching every virus like it's Pokemon Go, except your immune system forgot how to nope germs. But what if I told you there's a way to upgrade your immunity without licking kale, buying overpriced mushroom powder, or pretending butter coffee is a personality? Yeah, I'm talking about fasting. That ancient biological cheat code that looks like suffering, but turns out it's smarter than your last 5 supplements combined. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, great. Another TikTok wizard trying to sell me autophagy with a side of unicorn dust. Not this time. This is about real science. Cellular spring cleaning, T-cell regeneration, cytokine modulation. And yes, I'll translate all those delicious Latin words into human, with sarcasm included. You'll hear from the heavyweights. Dr. Jason Fung, the Canadian Gandalf of fasting. Dr. Jenna Macciochi, the immunity queen with receipts. And Dr. Berg, basically your metabolic dad, if your dad wore tight polos and explained insulin resistance on YouTube. By the end of this video, you'll understand how fasting flips your immune system like a Marvel character with commitment issues. Moody, powerful, and suddenly interested in saving the day. So ditch the detox teas, grab your electrolytes. But first, ever wonder why your immune system crashes like a toddler on a sugar high? Let's go there. You ever feel like your immune system is just tired? Like it's that overworked employee who keeps showing up, but at this point, is just answering emails with passive-aggressive, per my last response energy. Yeah, that's not burnout from viruses. It's burnout from you. See, every time you eat, even if it's clean, your immune system clock punches in. Your gut isn't just a food chute. It's basically the headquarters of your immune army. And every sandwich you down is like pulling the fire alarm in that building. Burgers? Alarm. Protein shake? Alarm. That superfood smoothie with 17 ingredients and a dash of chaos? You guessed it. Full alarm. Dr. Jenna Macciochi, actual immunologist, not a smoothie shilling influencer, said it best. Every meal triggers an immune response.
Part of the research I was involved in several years ago was looking at postprandial inflammation. So when we eat, there's an inflammation, a subtle inflammation that happens in the body. And this is quite normal. We have plenty of checks and balances in place to keep that in check. And actually dietary fiber is one of the best ways to kind of seal that up again and prevent that from happening, as is having a period of time without food in between meals.
That's not a bug, it's a feature. Your immune system's job is to inspect incoming nutrients like paranoid TSA agents. Is it safe? Is it a threat? Is it gluten wearing a fake mustache? But when you eat constantly, you're forcing that system to stay on red alert all day, every day. No breaks, no naps, just chronic low-grade inflammation, like an office birthday email that never ends. Eventually, your immune cells stop functioning like elite soldiers and start acting like burnt-out interns who microwave fish in the break room and forget what job they were hired to do. So no, your body isn't lazy. It's overbooked. You're not under attack. You're just keeping your defenses so busy they forgot how to defend. But don't worry, reinforcements are en route. And spoiler, they don't wear hazmat suits. They wear fasting badges. Okay, so your immune system is fried, overworked, overfed. One flew away from rage quitting like a junior employee named Kevin after a bad Slack message. So what do? Enter fasting. And no, not the skip breakfast, then panic order a pizza at 11:58 a.m. kind. We're talking about strategic fasting, the kind that turns your body into an actual biohacking janitor squad. Let me explain. When you fast, your body flips into autophagy, a fancy term that literally means self-eating. Gross, yes, but also kind of heroic. Because what it's eating? Broken, useless, or downright dangerous immune cells that have been clogging up your system like expired files on your desktop. And as Dr. Jason Fung, the Gandalf of glucose, once worded with what we call a mouth Fasting is not just a way to lose weight, it's a way to renew your body from the inside out.
So, during fasting, the hormone cortisol goes up, and this helps control that inflammatory cascade. And it's very similar to the drug prednisone or dexamethasone, which is precisely the drug we give people in COVID-19 and sometimes in other severe infections. Also, fasting increases autophagy, and autophagy is one of the ways that the body has to clear out viruses. Viruses affect the cells, and during autophagy, those cells get targeted for destruction. The ancient Greeks had observed that when animals and humans get sick with infections, they usually spontaneously stop eating, and deduced that this so-called fasting instinct was nature's way of enhancing our host responses. So in all those ways, fasting might be very useful for the body to fight infection and decrease the damaging inflammation that sometimes comes along with it.
Translation? It's like Marie Kondo met your immune system and said, "This decrepit white blood cell does not spark joy. Delete." And here's the wild part. While the old cells get the boot, your bone marrow starts pumping out fresh, functional white blood cells like it's running a startup in overdrive. This isn't just a tune-up. It's a cellular revolution with housekeeping gloves on. Imagine your immune system throwing a rave, but only the MVPs are invited. The slackers? Ghosted harder than your ex after you mentioned chia seeds. Longer fasts, think 24, 48, even 72 hours, don't just detox. They retrain your immune army from scratch. And no, you don't need to join a monk cult or eat moss in the Himalayas to pull it off. Just some water, electrolytes, and a bit of guidance. We'll get to that part soon. But first, what if I told you this same process that upgrades your immune system might just be the thing that terrifies cancer cells? Oh yeah. Protect yourself at all time because this one's about to hit harder than a ketone-powered freight train. You know who hates fasting? Cancer cells. No, seriously, they throw tantrums like toddlers denied an iPad. Because when you fast, you're not just making your body leaner or your metabolism snappier. You're pulling the plug on cancer's favorite, all-you-can-eat buffet, glucose. Here's the juicy part. Healthy cells? They're metabolic ninjas. They switch from glucose to ketones like it's a TikTok trend. But cancer cells? They're sugar junkies with commitment issues. They can't handle the metabolic switch. So when the sugar runs out, they start flailing like a crypto bro after a market crash. And yes, this isn't just YouTube science theater. Dr. Berg, your favorite metabolic dad in tight shirts, explained this beautifully when he wasn't flexing or pointing at liver diagrams. Cancer cells have damaged mitochondria and rely heavily on glucose. Fasting cuts off their fuel.
What happens with cancer cells is you first get a damage within the mitochondria, okay, through some type of trigger, some type of carcinogen, whether it's smoking, radiation, viruses, chemicals, poisons, and the list goes on and on. And the really cool thing is you are actually starving the cancer cell of both glutamine to a certain degree when you're not eating, and glucose at the same time, okay? Because it's only the normal cells that can live on ketones, not the cancer cells.
Boom. That's not diet talk. That's metabolic warfare. It's like you're locking the fridge during a zombie outbreak, and only the healthy cells have the secret pantry code. The cancer cells? They're outside, confused, hungry, and probably trying to eat the curtains. And here's where it gets cooler, or scarier, depending on how recently you Googled your symptoms. During extended fasts, your body doesn't just withhold fuel from cancer. It actually turns up the volume on immune surveillance. Your T cells, the immune snipers, get better at spotting abnormal cells and tagging them for destruction. Like, oh, hey, this guy over here's dividing uncontrollably and throwing weird protein parties. Let's pop him. It's not a miracle. It's just biochemistry working without sugar crashes and pizza regrets getting in the way. And if you're wondering why more people are talking about this, let's just say there's no billion-dollar pharma deal in telling people to stop eating for 48 hours and drink water. But before we go full conspiracy board with string and thumbtacks, let's pump the brakes. Because while fasting can upgrade your immune game, you can still absolutely screw it up. Yep, time to talk about the fasting mistakes that are mugging your mitochondria in dark alleys and making your T cells cry. Just when your immune system was finally cleaning house and producing fresh white blood cells like a startup with no chill, you sabotaged it with a butter-infused beverage, forgot electrolytes existed, and broke your fast like a sugar-fueled cartoon villain. Congrats, you've officially rage-quit your own progress. Let's break down the top 4 fasting fails that turn a cellular upgrade into metabolic whiplash. Mistake number 1. Butter coffee equals fasting? Newsflash, butter coffee isn't fasting. It's a snack in a mug wearing a fake mustache. Your mitochondria aren't impressed. They're bloated, confused, and sending passive-aggressive emails to your pancreas. Whoa, mistake number 2, electrolyte amnesia. No sodium, no potassium, no magnesium, and now your brain feels like it's buffering. This isn't cleansing. This is your neurons staging a walkout. Hydrate like you've got goals. Mistake number 3, refeed like you care. 48 hours of progress, followed by a gut ambush. You didn't break your fast. You blindsided your digestive system with chaos. Ease in, protein, cooked veggies, maybe a carb that doesn't scream emotional spiral. Moral of the story? Fasting isn't just skipping meals. It's orchestrating a system reset. Treat it like a joke and your body will clap back. Fast smart and you thrive. Fast like Brent, the guy who thinks chewing gum breaks a fast. And you'll be napping under a fluorescent light wondering what went wrong. That's just BS. Let's upgrade from nap time under bad lighting to fasting like your cells signed up for hero training. All right, you've dodged the bulletproof coffee cult. You've rescued your mitochondria from trash panda refeeds. Now let's talk about how to actually fast without making your immune system file for unemployment. Pick your window like a pro. Start with 16-8 if you're new. That's 16 hours fasted, 8-hour eating window. Think skip breakfast without crying. Once you're comfy, test 24-hour fasts, once or twice a week. The elite tier, 48 to 72 hours once a quarter. That's when the real autophagy magic happens. Stem cell reset, immune cell refresh, mitochondria singing show tunes. But hey, no pressure. You're not joining a fasting monastery. Just give your body space to breathe, repair, and stop being chronically fed like a bored Netflix viewer. Electrolytes are mandatory, not optional. Fasting without electrolytes is like skydiving without a parachute. Possible, but mostly dumb. Water, sodium, potassium, magnesium. You want mental clarity, not help I just licked a battery vibes. Refeed like an adult, not a feral gremlin. Break your fast with dignity. Go for clean protein, healthy fats, cooked veggies. No sugar stampede. No high fructose reward meal. Your gut just escaped a hostage situation. Don't throw it into a food fight. Stack it with vitamin D. Want your immune system fully operational? Like sharing a cheat code. Combine fasting with vitamin D. It's like giving your T cells a motivational speech and a raise. You're not starving, you're upgrading. And next up, we connect the dots between fasting, vitamin D, and autoimmune disease. The part Big Pharma really hopes you ignore. You in? You didn't just fast. You gave your immune system a spa day. Where deadbeat cells were evicted, gut lining got therapy, and your mitochondria cried tears of joy if they had ducts. Which they don't. Because science. Now you know fasting isn't some trendy hunger strike with delusional Pinterest quotes. It's your body's built-in reboot protocol. Minus the software updates that ruin everything. You skipped food. You gained cellular dominance. And deep inside, Your immune system just stood up, straightened its spine, and said, let's get to work. But guess what? That was just phase 1. Next up, we dive into the plot twist Big Pharma pretends isn't real. Fasting plus vitamin D equals autoimmune annihilation. This isn't some influencer whispering to mushrooms. This is molecular-level damage control. The kind your T cells dream about when they're not busy failing to recognize gluten as a snack, not a threat. And if you're craving extra points before that drops, watch 5 fasting mistakes destroying your results, especially if your last refeed involved a protein bar with the texture of disappointment. Now smash that like button like it owes you magnesium, drop a comment telling me which part hit like a cellular slap, and share this with that friend who thinks water is just vibes. You're not starving, you're evolving. With sarcasm. And trust me, this story isn't over. It's just biohacking its way through a montage, and you're the main character.